Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the penultimate world of Castle of Illusion HD, starring Mickey Mouse. We're now going to go to the fifth world, which I forget what it is.
The castle. So we are going where we already
Well, it is a
are.
fucking castle.
Yeah, I don't really get it.
Again, I think I'm not sure if I brought this up to either of you before, but when the game was first announced, and then when Grant Kirkhope first announced he was composing it, he had a tweet where he was like, "I am officially composing Castle of Illusion HD starring Mickey Mouse," and I just responded to him saying like, that's an awfully long-winded title for a game," and his response to me was just, "Yes, it is," LOL, and that's my one and only interaction with Grant Kirkhope. May he rest in peace.
This won't
Poor
play
guy.
well.
I wish he was still alive.
This won't play well for the LP where people could hear you clearly, but Discord cut you out. What did he say back?
I don't know.
He just
I just
he
pretended.
he just said, "Yes, it is," LOL.
No.
Special guest commentator, my cat, rubbing up on the microphone.
I love that. I love that Mickey can defeat these knights by throwing a candle at their crotch.
I mean, how else would you do it? It's worked for me in the past.
This was the only level that gave me any actual trouble. And that's because I was trying to collect everything, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's like a difficulty spike with this level, but it is considerably tougher than any other in the game.
Yeah, like it's not crazy difficult, but it's like certainly the most difficult of the levels. Because I think the one after this is easier.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like this is like the last
Ish.
world, as it were. I mean, technically the last. You do have to go through a bit of a platforming section before you fight the witch, but this is like the last full world, as it were. So it makes sense that this would be harder.
Yeah. I just wasn't expecting it to be that much harder when I first played through it.
I love for
It-
some
it-
reason
it-
the
and-
castle of.
Go on.
I was say I like how for some reason the castle of illusion is full of the pink slime from Ghostbusters 2.
It's called the Ooze. Oh wait, no, that's TMNT. Damn it.
It's Ivan Ooze.
Don't cross the 80s references streams.
Sorry. It's just for some reason when a bunch of movies come out, they all have like some sort of theme to them, whether that's intentional or not. It's just weird. Like if like say a biker movie comes out, there will also be like 5 other biker movies that come out that year, and like why does that happen?
That was a thing, especially in the 90s, when I guess different studios because you had like Armageddon and Deep Impact came out at one time, like Volcano and Dante's Peak. Just weird things like Pulp Fiction and Lion King, just like all these like similar movies that come out at the same time. And it just made no
God damn
sense.
it! Eh? Shut up.
I thought you were meaning this year, Steven, with the fact that we got another TMNT and another Ghostbusters movie in the same year, weirdly.
Just saying.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have brought up the new Ghostbusters. That will cause hell. By the way, that death is great.
I love how the game like
Yeah, it doesn't
I love how
show
the
Mickey's
game
face
gives
burst open with
gives you-
blood.
like the kid, because normally like when he gets hit, he'll disappear into dust. That will just it gives you 2 frames of the ball hit him, and it cuts to like the loading screen.
Oh,
I will say though something like I greatly enjoyed this section just because this reminded me of like classic 2D platformers in like the 90s. So stuff like this, it was kind of like vaguely Mega Man-esque, but way not as dickish as a Mega Man game would be with the disappearing reappearing blocks.
Yeah.
so that's what actually is supposed to happen. He goes into a magic circle and disappears.
Oh!
Not gonna lie, I forgot to edit a lot of this
you're
out.
getting cocky there, Chris. You know, I didn't want to say anything, but I was watching this part last night, Chris. I was like, man, Chris surely had a lot of deaths in this level. I'm not really sure why, but okay.
When Mickey
wish
dies,
you know-
it sounds like me when I orgasm.
Yeah, it does.
No. Now, we said that I wasn't sure if you meant his gasp or the xylophone music that accompanies his death.
Both.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's that Banjo Movies effect. Anytime now. The xylophone accompanies Steven in his day-to-day.
Oh yeah! Oh, I feel so good inside my butt. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do. No, that's what happens when TJ comes.
Oh yeah, good point.
Now I want that to happen in real life.
Just wait till you come to Ohio in next month.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
make it
when he
happen.
comes to Ohio. Oh yeah.
Ah, I get it, like a goose.
Got my tickets purchased.
Oh.
Ready. How far away is Too Many Games from you, Gareth? Are you driving?
It's gonna be about a 8-hour drive for us.
Jealous. Wish I could go.
It's a lot of miles.
Yep.
Yeah, but driving's a lot easier when you got a bunch of people in a car.
Yeah, dude. You know, I still like I had a lot of fun when we drove down the Sonic Boom. You know, we got to play the sexy saxophone.
Yeah.
Check out the link here to watch.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Thumbs up and subscribe. Groovy.
I'll say like something like, you know, I'm not sure if this section is in the original game or if this music is directly from the game, but we've said it before, but the big brass sounds very Banjo Kazooie-ish, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, I recognize this song.
It's just Gruntilda's lair. You know what? We're about 5 parts into this, and just because we keep watching over the same footage because Chris keeps dying all the time.
Hi.
What do you guys like? Growing up, like how into Mickey Mouse were you? Like, was he like a big character in your childhood? Like, what are your thoughts on this fucking mouse?
It's weird because I was into Mickey for a long time as a kid. I was into him like sexually, and
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I was into Mickey Mouse, and then my sister brought home a Sega, and then I was I love how you're just jauntily walking towards that, Jim. And I was also into Sonic because my sister brought home a Genesis. But for some reason, like I still stick around with Sonic, but I don't with Mickey.
Probably because there's
I don't know,
nothing
I
Mickey
guess-
to stick around with anymore other than this game. And
There's
shows.
really nothing. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess, like, for some reason, just at some point, I was just like, no, cutting this out of my life. It's part of my past.
Well, I'd say like
Go ahead.
after you.
Oh,
Chris.
okay. I was just gonna say, like, I watched House of Mouse a lot growing up. Other than that, I didn't really have any interaction with Mickey Mouse. He was just, I knew of him because, of course, you know about Mickey Mouse. But I never really had any experience with his media.
Hang on, wait a second. When did you watch House of Mouse? When did that come out?
That was like a 2003
Hold on.
show.
I want to
Did
say
it? No.
either late 90s or early 2000s. One of them.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. House of Mouse was actually a 2D thing at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah. Are you
It
thinking?
became
Yeah.
it became 3D later.
No. You're thinking of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which is a
Okay.
preschool current cartoon show, which is just trash.
Yeah.
You're off the hook. You're off the hook, Chris.
How-
I thought you were referencing that.
House of Mouse was 01 to 03. There we go.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like now he's been since I think 2013/14 maybe. They like Mickey and like Donald and Goofy. They've had like just for these shorts, this series of shorts, they've been like very heavily stylized redesigns. And
Yeah, the
they-
Flash
they like these
animations?
shorts, which I think they're great. I think those shorts are amazing.
I enjoyed them.
They're
Yeah.
pretty funny.
They're really fun. I know it's Flash, but I even think the animation is pretty good in them. I'm not. I think Goofy looks a bit too weird. I would have maybe gone of a softer, goofy look. But I think those shorts, if you can, they're on YouTube, they're on DVD. I highly recommend checking them out. They're really, especially the one. There's one with it's set in France, and Mickey's just trying to get a baguette, and the entire thing is spoken in French. It's just really, really good. They're really good shorts.
But I think why we've seen such a big absence of Mickey for such a long time is because I think Disney holds Mickey like on a humongous pedestal to the point of where it's like we don't even want to touch him. Like he's our god. If we fuck up Mickey, then we will never forgive ourselves. That sort of thing.
That's an interesting point. Never thought about it that way, actually, because I've been thinking about that recently, and it's like maybe I'm just out of touch with kids. But I see like Mickey Mouse merchandise all the time. I'm like, do kids even know who Mickey Mouse really is anymore to want that? But that's a good reason not to.
I would say.
Pump out like a Sonic
I would say
effect.
small kid.
Sorry.
I would say small kids do, because again, they still, in terms of like preschool age, they still do a shitload with Mickey Mouse. For like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and there's like straight to DVD movies and shit. To very small children, oh god, it's the Ladman's on Act 3. To very small children, Mickey is still very, very active. It's just that, for like, I think they've also said that like that's one to kind of go off what Steven said. That's one of the reasons why there's never been just a flat out full length Mickey Mouse movie.
Yeah.
Because I think Disney, that they've been like, because if it fails, that will really hurt their brand in kind of the same way, to an extent, Looney Tunes Back in Action hurt the Looney Tunes brand, because it wasn't very well received. Even though I think it's a pretty decent movie, it wasn't very well received. It didn't make that much money, and to Warner Brothers, it kind of hurt the Looney Tunes brand in their eyes with the public.
Is that kind of why
Looney
Tunes went off the grid for a while? Because I never thought about this stuff.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
Which I think they almost did. There was a straight to DVD movie. It was Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, like the Three Musketeers.
Oh yeah.
And I've heard Disney were toying with the idea of releasing that in theaters as like a movie. But I think probably for the better, they decided against it.
And they
that is the
then they relegated it to Kingdom Hearts spin-off world status. So.
But like that technically is the first and only feature-length Mickey Mouse anything.
We watched some of that recently at your house, right? I remember liking it as a kid.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, all of the songs just use like public domain melodies that you know of. Although it's always nice to hear Rob Paulsen sing them. It's not too bad. Not too bad. This is a section kind of like the library where, even though it's on 2D, the camera movement gives a very nice scope of the space he's in.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this part.
Which I like this.
It took us 5 parts.
I don't enjoy Chris spending 5 minutes to try and do it, but yeah, this is it's a good section.
I was gonna say it took us 5 parts, but we finally got some insightful commentary, vaguely interesting
about
things
Mickey Mouse as a character.
Hey, I found the pepper.
Which I would say, obviously the biggest parallel to Mickey Mouse is Bugs Bunny, and I would say in terms of video games, Mickey Mouse has had the much more successful career. He's had more video games, and he's had ones that are worse than Bugs Bunny. But unlike with Bugs, where like you can't really point to games that are flat out classics, with Mickey you can point to things like the original Castle of Illusion. Obviously, the Kingdom Hearts stuff. There's a few other games here and there. Like I think Rare did a Mickey Mouse Speedway game on the N64, which is pretty well regarded. But Bugs Bunny is just like, you have like Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout, which thanks to the AVGN, nobody would ever look at the same way again.
Oh yeah, they did make a Mickey Mouse racing game. Interesting.
Who the fuck is this guy?
That's a typical Disney human guy.
Yeah.
He looks like some character.
The design. The design, it looks like the giant, the Disney giant character.
Yeah.
But the face is different. I think they've slightly redesigned the face. But the basic body layout looks like, if you've seen Mickey and the Beanstalk, it looks like the giant in that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. I've been trying to place it for like a month now. That makes sense.
In the original boss fight, this guy, he just swings at you. That's what he does. There's no like bell stuff. The one touch they have in the original that they lost here is that the more you hit him, his face gets redder and redder.
I didn't even notice that.
In the original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they don't do it here, which would have been nice.
You mentioned Disney racing games, so I just remembered. Did either of you play Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour on the PlayStation? It was kind of Mario Karty.
No, but I take it back. That is the worst name for a video
It
game
is pretty bad.
ever. Please repeat it, Chris. Please repeat it one more
Walt
time.
Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. Chip and Dale
No
on the
way, I've not
cover
played
with
that.
Jiminy Cricket. Apparently from the Gex the
Whoa,
Gecko and
whoa.
Tomb Raider people.
You know what? I think my sister had a Disney racing game on the Game Boy Color. I thought it was Mickey Speedway, but I remember.
There is a Game Boy Color
Like,
version,
that-
yeah.
Well, then I think because she had some, but I did Jiminy Cricket and like Chip and Dale were on the cover of her
Yep,
game.
that would be it.
So I'm not sure if it was that or then yeah, that game was terrible.
What a way to end the part.
And-
We didn't even talk about